Okay, we would continue now with advanced features of WCELLS. Here is the list of features. First we'll see the list, then we'll describe those features one by one. So first we have a couple of features related to neighbors. We can add or remove the neighbors of a particular cell. This is including control of maximum allowed numbers. Then we can compare the planned neighbor changes against updated network information. Next, features relate to statistics. We are able to visualize statistical indicators on the map, and we are able also to create the list of worst offenders for a chosen region and for a particular indicator. Similarly, we can visualize the parameters, and also what we can do is create a list of parameter changes, all of those visualized on the map. Then we can use two browsers, statistics browser and parameter browser, for a lookup of chosen set of statistical indicators or parameters. Then we can visualize propagation delay on the map, and also we can visualize cell relation statistics. We can list cells found in map window or list RNCs found in a map window. Then we have a couple of features related to export, like exporting list of cells per region, per technology and carrier, and export count of cell neighbors per range and region. Finally, we can visualize scanner drive test results in WCELLS. For adding and removing neighbors, WCELLS has a collection of buttons. The main principle is to first select a cell with mouse click and then click on a particular button to perform an operation. So in order to add a neighbor relation, first we select a source cell, then we select a target cell. Similarly, for removal, we select first the source cell and then we select target cell for removal. If the source cell is the same all the time, we don't need to select source cell every time we do this. Before we start working on cell relations for a particular cell, we can browse table with neighbor changes to make sure that all the relations we wanted to add or delete are already there. And before we start optimization process, what we can do is delete all neighbor changes from previous optimization activities. All neighbor additions and removals are done both ways automatically, and the changes are checked against restrictions. This could be an existing neighbor relation. Then if we are adding a relation, it could be over the limit of allowed neighbor relations. We can have separate restrictions for number of interfrequency relations, and total. And all of those limits are customizable and kept in configuration file. When we finish, we can browse the table with all changes. Of course, those changes are not physically done in the network, but we have a list which can be used for performing those changes physically. Here is how adding a neighbor relation is visualized on the map. Source cell is colored yellow, existing neighbors are colored green, and added neighbor is colored with another version of green. All colors are customizable. Another option allows us to audit the neighbor changes. We can compare the planned neighbor changes against updated network information. As the result of comparison, a field command is updated with either OK, meaning this relation is not implemented yet, but there are no restrictions to forbid the implementation. Then the command could be that source or target cell has more than maximum number of neighbors. That means that that neighbor relation cannot be implemented. And another command could be that it is already existing neighbor relation.